What's going on, guys? Howlett here, unrealliving.com, and topic for today is, can you cycle tour as a raw vegan in Southeast Asia? Big question. Not really the biggest question, but question that I actually get quite a bit. Raw vegans asking me, can you cycle tour as a raw vegan? I did a video a while ago when I was in, I think it was in Hue in Vietnam there, and I basically said no, you cannot, and I'm still sticking to my guns on that one. In certain parts of Southeast Asia, it is really tricky, we'll say, to basically cycle tour as a raw vegan. If you really wanted to do it, I could give you 3 main tips. It would be to have a bike trailer, to basically be able to carry more fruit with you. The other tip would be, make sure you have a lot of money, because you're gonna probably end up buying a lot of imported foods. You're gonna be buying a lot of very calorically fruits that are not very calorically dense. So like apples and pears and stuff like that, pineapples, watermelons, fruits that are very low in calories, because you're not always gonna be able to find fruits that are higher in calories, such as bananas. So you can find bananas, but it's like, is it ripe? Are they ripe? And even if you find ripe ones, it's like, how many do you carry with you? Because if you travel with them for a while on your bike, they're gonna get smushy and they're gonna get bruised like crazy. I mean, on this trip I've eaten a lot of bruised and soggy bananas, and it sucks to eat them. I'd rather eat cooked food, because it's just a lot easier, and usually a lot more tasteful at times as well. But yeah, I know for a fact, Durianrider, Chris Randall, 2 guys who are both raw vegans, can cycle tour here through Thailand. Thailand is a lot different than Cambodia and Vietnam. Thailand here is a lot more developed. The fruit's a lot better, and I know those guys have cycled toured successfully through Thailand as a raw vegan. The other little tidbit that Durianrider gave me is that you can always get fruit juice at places like 7-Eleven here. There's over 3,000 7-Elevens here in Thailand, and it's a little crazy, but you can always go into the store there. You can buy like a 1-liter jug of fruit juice if you're having trouble finding fresh fruit, and it's usually pasteurized stuff, but I mean, that's a lot better than eating, I don't know, anything other than a high carb vegan diet. So I mean, yes, Thailand, lots of people have. Vietnam, Cambodia, just no, not at all. It's not, fruit situation's not good enough there. Vietnam, a little bit better, I would say, in my opinion. Definitely in any of the major towns and cities that are like actually like on the map and stuff like that. I mean, yeah, there's a lot of fruit in those places. There's a lot of fruit abundance. I mean, in Ho Chi Minh City, I mean, I'd just walk around and it's like freaking fruit everywhere. Like, I'd be sitting in my hotel, and my hotel was in this little alleyway, and there'd be guys pushing carts down the alleyway saying chuoi, chuoi, which is banana in Vietnamese. And it was hard to like not eat a lot of raw fruit there, because it's like, it's freaking everywhere. But I mean, if I had to choose, and this is kind of like what it's gonna come down to me is, am I gonna travel or am I gonna stay raw? And when I say travel, I say cycle touring in my head. So when I'm gonna be traveling in the future and I'm gonna be cycle touring in the future, it's like, am I gonna be able to stay raw during those times? And probably not. A lot of times I'll probably have to eat a lot of rice. Like, I mean, rice is, here in Southeast Asia specifically, rice is everywhere. I mean, you can get rice, like, I mean, I remember when I'd be riding down the highway in Vietnam, and I'd see all these places that are selling rice. Like, in like a few kilometer stretch, there'd be like 30 or 40 places selling rice. And like, I'm not exaggerating that number. There's that many places. Rice is everywhere. So if you want to do it as a vegan, as a high carb vegan, so easy. I know when I do cycle tours in the future, I might actually buy a little tiny little cook stove so I can cook my own rice, and that's only just for quality control purposes. As I have heard that they do sometimes cook vegetables in pork fat, and they might use fish sauce as well when they're cooking, or fish oil. And so it's going to be a little bit of a quality control issue in the future for me personally. But I mean, you can just get steamed rice and bring your own, and have your own, say your own bottle of soy sauce, or maybe some pepper as well, just to make it a little bit more palatable, because rice on its own doesn't really taste that great. But it is one of your best calorie sources on the road for cycle touring, other than, you know, dried fruits and fresh fruit. It's going to be your best bet. Anyways, that's yeah. I mean, now, yeah. I mean, am I gonna stay in one place and be raw, or am I gonna travel and eat cooked food? And in my personal experience, and this is my experience just for me, I mean, other people have different experiences with cooked food. Between going high carb and going completely raw, not a huge difference for me. I mean, I also haven't sustained the raw diet for more than, I think, 3 or 4 months at a time. So I mean, for a lot of people that have sustained it for probably years and years and years, say they go back to eating a bit of cooked food, it's probably going to make a way bigger difference than it makes in my life. So I mean, that's just kind of like where I'm at. So I mean, for me, I would choose travel over staying raw any day of the week, because I think the growth experience with traveling, and with traveling around the world, and what you learn, in my experience, I'll keep saying in my experience because it's going to be different for other people, far outweighs the benefits of being 100% raw all the time. And I mean, one of the enjoyable things that I have had here, and I've had a lot of good experiences actually eating out at markets and stuff like that. I've met some really cool people. I mean, it's been a positive benefit for me. I've got to try some probably not so good vegan foods. So I mean, I've had some, what have I had? Just like, it's usually just the tofu and stuff like that they'll have. But I remember at this one place in Ho Chi Minh City, I ate there, I think once, and it's like it was a vegetarian restaurant, so everything was vegetarian there. And it was like all the tofu products, it all looked just exactly like meat, and I ate it, and I'm like, I know it's not meat, but it looks like meat so much, and you're just like, is it really meat? But once you eat it, you can tell that it's definitely tofu. But so I mean, I've been able to try a lot of different foods since I haven't been so, you know, adamant about being 100% raw. And it's not like I love eating raw foods. I mean, I've had like 25 bananas already today. I mean, it's so much easier to eat raw. It digests a lot better. Makes you feel better. It gives you better energy. I mean, performance-wise, athletically, it's better as well than cooked foods. Health-wise, it's way better to eat raw foods. I mean, there's so many benefits, but at the same time, I'd rather travel around the world and do that as well, and cycle tour around the world. But if you're traveling, say you're traveling by bus or by plane, I think it's a lot easier. It's way easier to stay completely raw. It's just when you're traveling by bike, it's a little trickier in the rural parts of these countries here. Anyways, that is my opinion on the subject. If you have any questions or comments below about cycle touring as a vegan, as a raw vegan, I'd be happy to answer them below. If you think this video might benefit any of your friends and family, please share it with them. If you like the video, give it a thumbs up. If you dislike the video, as I've had to eat cooked food, give a big dislike there. I actually haven't gotten a dislike on my video in a while, so I think I'm gonna start disliking my own videos just to get some dislikes in there. But and also, if you want to see more of my videos, please subscribe to my channel, and I'll keep the updates coming. Anyways, guys, gonna go back to the hotel, get some more bananas, drink some more water, have a good day in the wonderful land here of Chanthaburi, Thailand. Talk to you guys super soon.